Hello and welcome to me reviewing my 2003 Mercedes-Benz C320 coupe. This is the large engine getting these, the 3.2 liter V6, about 225 horsepower. And this being the coupe, it has the weird hatchback design. A little dirty right now, but this car sat for 10 years. I just kind of brought it back to life. I'm gonna sell it today, so I was like, you know what, I'll make a little video on it. The looks kind of grew on me, to be honest. But I know a lot of people don't like the looks of this thing. So we're gonna get in it, drive it on the block, just because I don't trust it long term. Been sitting since 2016, and yeah, share my thoughts on it. So anyway, let's get into it. So this is the W203 generation Mercedes C-Class. They had the Estate, they had this, and they also had the sedan, obviously. I've already reviewed a sedan, not a wagon yet. So this is the weird part of this car, is that you could actually get this thing with a panoramic sunroof, which this model does have. Not the most reliable, but it does exist. This, along with the with the 211 E320 and 500s, as well as the Maybach, the only Mercedes you could get with a panel roof back in 2003. The MLs had an interesting option, but it was more of a canvas roof. This also has the aluminum trim package, 5-speed automatic. You could get a manual, and that's about the only options it has. It also has a CD changer. That's nice. This is a CD changer right here. I wonder if that'll ever open again. Probably not. Anyway, let's back into it. Window switches right here. Only these two open up. Unfortunately, the backs do not open. Rear seat's spacious, but it's kind of tight. Couples right here, they always break. Center console. And yeah, this also has the smaller radio. You could actually have a good navigation package with this car, but this one does not have it. Only options this kind of has ESP off, door locks, and then of course your tow mode, as well as a hazard light switch right here. Window switches over here, or not window, light switches, mirror switches right here, turn signal, as well as your wipers. And then up here you have all the settings for your panel roof as well as lights. Right here in the cluster, as you can see, you can go through all your instrument cluster settings. Miles per gallon, 250,000 miles in this car. So anyway, let's get into a short little test drive. I don't trust the car that much, so let's do a short drive. Got it for 500 bucks, and you know, honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I got it to run after sitting forever, but the head gasket is definitely slightly leaking. So let's take it around the block real quick. And honestly, I wouldn't mind owning another one of these in the future. I actually do really like the way this thing looks. And honestly, it drives pretty decent too. I love the engine in these, 3.2 liter V6. I've had, I think I counted 7 or 8 of vehicles, Mercedes with this engine, and they're all super fun to drive. This one's a fairly high option one too, because it has the power seats. Most of them had manual cloth seats in a Mercedes, but this one being, you know, the 320, it has a little bit of the better options. And like most of the 203s, you obviously hear the blower motor tick. It happens on all of these things. It's just a very, very common problem with these, especially the early ones. I've had facelift and pre-facelift versions of this car, and honestly, the post-facelifts look a lot nicer. That's going to be your 04s to 08s, 07s. But I think these only had the pre-facelift interiors, which has your much worse looking speedometer. As you can see, I have no traction. The tires are kind of bald. But I don't drive this thing. I take it on the block twice. But honestly, I do like them. If I could find a 320 and a manual, I would probably own it long term. you know, with lower miles. 250,000 miles is pretty high for these things. I enjoy it more than like a normal sedan 203. And I've had 204s. I actually still have one, a 300, and I like driving this, honestly. It's pretty fun. It feels very sporty, and it's hideous, but it's, I mean, I kind of like, the looks grew on me. It's a hideous looking car, though, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. You could be owning a Kia Rio, or a Telluride, or anything made behind IKEA. But, I mean, would I recommend buying one of these? Yeah, I think they're pretty fun. Like, you know, there's definitely worse cars out there for the money. What's this thing for $500? I'll put a new fuel pump in it, and that's about it. I mean, I know the head gasket definitely leaks a little bit, but again, it's not my concern, really. I'm not going to save the car. I'm just kind of see if I could fix it, and I did. So, anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know it was probably not the best one in this car, but I know there's not much out there on this car. So, anyway, hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.